TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views and interviews.
TravelWise podcast, and a very special podcast coming from the Arabian travel market, and Qatar is a focus now. So, Phil, first of all, your role within the Qatar Tourism organisation?
My role is leading international market development, so I'm responsible for everything we do globally on the B2B and B2B2C side with the trade.
So how does the Arabian travel market fit in with the international market?
Yeah, really important for us. So we've got 15 priority markets that we're focused on, and obviously a lot of them sit in the markets that are very present at the source markets that are very present at this show. So the likes of the GCC, the likes of the Indian subcontinent, and of course we know a lot of the European operators come along to this show as well. So,
but at the show you've got a big stand and 2 floors and a lot of stakeholders. So who are those key stakeholders?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we've taken a huge stand to accommodate, tell the story about Qatar itself. We've got a lot of cultural activations here as well. But we've got 48 of our stakeholders, which is our key hoteliers. We've also got some of our main DMCs that obviously connect to all of our key partners around the world. And then we've also got some of our attractions here, and Qatar Calendar, which is another key thing for us, our Qatar Calendar team, to highlight all of the great events and activities and things to do throughout Qatar during the year.
So regarding the international market, where are you seeing greatest growth at the moment?
Across the board, really. I mean, because we're on a very much a growth trajectory path anyway, right? So we were due to start our strategy back in sort of 2020, but we didn't have the luxury because obviously of the COVID situation.
Yeah, sure.
But our tourism strategy is very clear. We basically had 2.1 million visitors in 2019, and we want to 3x that by 2030 to 6 or 7 million. So
what point are you at the moment with
that? We had a record year in 2023 with over 4 million visitors, which was nearly, obviously, 100% increase on, nearly almost 100% increase on 2019. And we've already surpassed 2 million so far for this year. So we're really moving in the right direction.
So regarding the international market, what sort of key aspects of Qatar are you sort of pushing to them?
Yeah, so it's a mixture. So we obviously we're quite focused on leisure because we have some stunning leisure attractions, but also the leisure properties that have opened. Obviously very much on the cultural side of things as well, because we have stunning museums, we have the traditional souks, we have UNESCO heritage sites. So I think for us it's a blend really. We're not targeting demographic per se, we're targeting what we call demand spaces. So those demand spaces are your flop and dock, your winter sun beach holidays,
yeah, sure.
But also cultural enthusiasts, sort of rest and rejuvenation, romantic getaways.
Right, okay.
So a lot of segments within the leisure sector, but also MICE is a very big piece for us.
So
as
romantic
well.
getaways, one thinks of the Indian Ocean countries.
Right.
So you've got a big job to try and move people from that frame set, perhaps to come to a Middle Eastern country like Qatar.
Yeah, but also we're pushing very hard the Stop-Over program as well, right? Because this, we have an amazing national carrier, serves 170 destinations, and the 48 million people transiting through Qatar every year.
So what is that program?
So that's a program that we put together as Qatar Tourism with Qatar Airways and Discover Qatar / sort of Qatar Airways Holidays, who's their sort of inbound DMC and holiday company. So there's over 100 hotels in that program, and the consumers can book it through directly through Qatar Airways. Trade can book it through Discover Qatar. And basically we subsidise that as Qatar Tourism. Hotels come to the party with amazing low rates and 24-hour check-in, and prices start at $14 per person per night in a 4-star hotel.
Wow, and 24-hour check-in is very attractive as well. So a couple of things. World Cup, how's that benefited tourism in Qatar?
For immediate bounce straight after the World Cup.
Yeah, okay.
There was a lot of work and effort going in to put together arguably one of the best World Cups on record. Certainly from a spectator experience perspective, and you can't do a bigger campaign than a World Cup, right, in terms of the amount of eyeballs on the destination. I think people saw, they saw the warmth of the people, they saw a bit of the culture, they saw the quality of the accommodation and the things to see and do in Qatar.
And from your side, hopefully coming back. Now we're talking in May, heading towards the hot summer season.
Yep.
Do you have a summer season program where people can sort of enjoy Qatar in the hot weather?
Yeah, we're offering sort of discounts across the city for the attractions.
Yeah.
The hotels are offering some very good added values to encourage people for the longer stays. Because I still say with the summer, the room's the same size, right? The pool's chilled, and there's lots of things you can do inside. We've got amazing water parks. We've got the museums, things that you can still do without being out in the heat. And we will also push the stopover program, because for 1 or 2 nights it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Right, Phil, thanks very much. A great overview, and a good stand here at the Arabian Travel Market.
Pleasure.
Thanks very much.
Good to see you.
Thanks very much.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views and interviews.
And if you'd like to have your own podcast, do drop me an email on philblizzardmedia@gmail.com.
A Phil Blizzard radio production.
Available on Apple, Amazon, Ngami, Spotify, Deezer, and all good podcast channels, and also now on YouTube.